Hi, so what I'm going to do now is the demonstration for you on a creative technique that you can do at home. It's to do with shutter speed, and it's called painting with light. And the idea is you're doing a long exposure and you've got a torchlight or even just LED on your mobile phone, which Clementina's got there, that's making a trail, and you're doing a long exposure so that all you can see is the trail of light in darkness. So the question you'll be asking is, well, what camera settings am I going to use to achieve this effect? Well, the first thing, obviously, you don't want to have your flash on. So if that's on, make sure that's switched off. Then it has to be darkness, or as near to darkness as you can get. And because you want it to be completely dark, you want to set, using your exposure triangle, thinking about that, you want to first of all set your ISO to a low number, so it's a low sensitivity to light, so I'd set it to 100. Then the other setting that's important in exposure is your aperture, so you want to set that so it's really relatively quite closed off, so you could set that to f11. And then the third one is obviously the most important one, which is the shutter speed. So you've got to think about, well, how long is it going to make a trail of light? So how long is it going to take? Probably between 5 and 10 seconds. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set it for 10 seconds, and I'm going to set my aperture to f11. Okay, so now I'm in the studio, and I'm going to do the shot with Clementina. She's got a torch ready to go. I've got my camera set to 10 seconds. And the other thing is about your focus. Try and manually focus on the subject that you're going to photograph before you switch the lights out. Because if you try and use autofocus, basically it won't pick up anything because it works on lines of contrast, and when it's dark there isn't anything to pick up on. So that's the other important thing, to use manual focus. And then when you're ready, just go for it. And then it's going to be a 10-second exposure. There we go, I've done that. And it takes a while to process, because it's a 10-second clip that's put into one. But I think you can see there, I can see actually, we've got a very nice clear circle of light there. And another technique that you could try out is actually doing the painting with light, but also using the flash. But you need to set your flash to go off at the end, so that's rear curtain flash. And that way you'll get a nice still image of Clementina at the end of the painting of the light. So let's try that one out, shall we?